Okay, right off the bat, if you clicked on this video to figure out whether or not you can say the N-word, this isn't that video. I mean, if you really have to ask whether or not you're allowed to say it, the answer is probably no. Wait, but if Drake says it in his song, does that mean that I can say it? No. What if I mean it in a nice way? No. I'm an Arab, does that mean that I can say it? No. Some of my best friends are black. No! I'm not black. I have absolutely zero authority on this issue. Zero. But still no. There's plenty of prominent black voices that have come out and spoken on this time and time again. So go listen to them. I want to talk about why non-black people insist on saying it. So a few weeks ago, this happened.
What a here. Jeez, oh my god, what the
Pewdiepie said the N-word during a live broadcast of himself playing a video game. This is a thing that you can do apparently for money. A lot of money. If you're sitting there like, who the hell is Pewdiepie? The good news is you're not the only one. The bad news is it's because you're old. It's not just him, by the way. When's the last time you were at a party and someone starts playing Kendrick Lamar and then all of a sudden everyone's yelling the N-word left, right, and center? It's a problem. And I think we should talk about it. This is Buzz. Let's go. Now, Pewdiepie, aka Felix Kjellberg, is not your average 27-year-old. He's a multi-millionaire, and he's got 57 million subscribers on YouTube. 57 million! That's the population of South Africa. That's like 14 New Zealands. So yeah, it's a lot of people, and what he says online matters. Now, he has apologized for using the N-word, saying that it was done in the, quote, heat of the moment.
It was the heat of the moment. Telling me what my heart meant.
Here's a list of things that can happen in the heat of the moment. Telling your girlfriend you love her. Farting at the gym. Starting a nuclear war with North Korea.
Fire and fury.
But is using a racial slur while playing an online video game really a good example? Here's my problem. Instead of looking at the casual racism that exists in our society and how comfortable non-black people have become with using the N-word, we just chalk it up to a slip of the tongue. But how much of what we say is really an accident? The words we form and the sentences we put together are all tiny decisions our brain is making from one second to another. When we're stuck for something to say, we usually fall back on what we're used to. People don't accidentally say things unless it's already a part of their vocabulary, unless you have Tourette's syndrome, in which case, you're excused. But don't take it from me, because just 2 days after PewDiePie's apology, this happened.
man? Oh, hello. Okay. Took 1 day.
Charming. Now the worst part about this isn't that what PewDiePie said was shocking, it's that it wasn't. If you spend any time at all on the internet, then you know this kind of language and behaviors are already a big problem in social media, gamer culture, and online forums. Online communities like Reddit and 4chan were essentially built on an ethos of total, unfiltered freedom. You're allowed to say whatever you want, whenever you want, and taking offense to anything is stupid. It's a slippery slope argument that quickly descends into racism, sexism, and homophobia, sometimes just to make a point of it. But look, PewDiePie isn't the first prominent media figure to come under fire for using the N-word. Earlier this year, real-time host Bill Maher did the same.
I gotta get to Nebraska more.
You're welcome. We'd love to have you work in the fields with us.
Work in the field?
That's part of that. That's
Senator. I'm a house. No, it's a joke.
He then released a statement apologizing, saying it was used in the banter of a live moment. Seriously? Do these guys have the same PR manager? He then tried to smooth things over by inviting Ice Cube on the show, but Cube had other ideas.
I think it's a lot of guys out there who cross the line because they a little too familiar and they can't. You know, it's a word that has been used against us. It's like a knife, man. And you can use it as a weapon or you can use it as a tool. It's been used as a weapon against us by white people. We're not gonna let that happen again by nobody.
The moral of the story is,
You better check yourself or you wreck yourself, cause I'm bad for your health. I come real stealth, dropping bombs on your mom's kill call.
but there was this other time that I heard a white person using that word recently.
This city is run by Jewish communists and criminal niggas.
Ah yes, white supremacists. Wait, I'm sorry, I mean the alt-right. This is from the Vice documentary that covered the Charlottesville clashes, and that was Robert Amador Ray. That's seriously the name he gave himself. Asmodor. Behold, it is I, Asmodor, online keyboard warrior of the clan, defender of the most vulnerable group in society, the white male. He's a writer for the far-right neo-Nazi blog, The Daily Stormer. And hey, I know, Godwin's law. Every internet discussion eventually leads to Hitler. Hitler! But in this case, it's true. The Nazis are coming! The Nazis are coming! Later in the interview, the ever-articulate Asmodor says the Charlottesville marches was really the alt-right stepping out from the internet and into the streets for the very first time. And tada! This is how we get back to Pewdiepie, the N-word, and online culture. Angela Nagel has been documenting the rise of the alt-right online for years, and says the same dudes who were posting racist memes on 4chan all those years ago are now the same dudes who are part of the alt-right. Turns out they weren't being ironic, just racist. And listen, before I'm accused of being an ISIS sympathizer who hates democracy and wants to see the end of Western civilization, yay, Islamophobia! I'm not against freedom of speech. I just think we gotta be smart about where we draw the line, for all our sakes. Otherwise, what's stopping those with the really dangerous ideas from slowly making their way to the top? Like cream, or dead fish. And then all it takes is for some charismatic leader to come along and sweep everyone off their feet and capitalize on the hatred festering on the fringes of society and give it a platform in front of millions of people, and suddenly he wins the election on a technicality and we're stuck seeing his smug face every single day on the news for the next 4 years. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Ah, so here we are. It's 2017. The far right is coming back into fashion, and there's people literally marching on the streets with swastikas and Nazi salutes. And I mean, racism's bad, right? Videos of the KKK on the streets is pretty scary. But wait, isn't this the same culture that's been brewing online for years? Are we guilty of supporting it? What? It's always the harmless little things. A meme on Facebook that's kind of racist, but also kind of funny. Your friend dropping the N-word casually in conversation, and you're like... I've been a massive hip-hop fan since I was a kid. And yes, I used to say that word while I was rapping to my favorite Nas or Biggie song. I justified it for myself. Hey, I'm not white, so it's fine. How was I hurting anyone? But by saying it myself, I was making others around me comfortable with saying it. I was also lumping myself with a group of people that included this guy. Ugh. So many black voices have come out again and again to tell the rest of us it's not okay to say it, that it's hurtful, and props up centuries of oppression and racism. There isn't really an excuse anymore. And as the old saying goes, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. I'll show myself out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, share, and we'll see you next week. Awesome.